Hey y'all, it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Running out of ideas for videos that aren't book hauls and recent reads, so I thought I'd do the book newbie tag. And I don't know who originally started it, but the video I went to get the questions and watch was from A Book Like You, and I will link her below. And so we'll just get started. So a little bit about me first. Belle is a nickname that I got because of my real first name, and I'm 39 and I'm from the South, and I now live in the North. Don't want to give too much personal information, but I'm in a state near New York. When I was in my early 30s, I moved to the Midwest, and that's where I met my husband. And then we moved further Midwest to another state for his job, and we lived there for about 5 years, and then we moved here for his job, and we've been here 2 years last month, I think it was. And we've been married about 7 years. We don't have any kids. I never really wanted kids. I thought I did when I married him, just because of all those feelings and love, but I don't. And this world is crazy, so I don't think it's hurting anything that I don't have kids. So I do have a stepchild, and they are 18. As far as a job, I went back to college after meeting my husband. I'm still doing all of that, getting degrees, but I stay home, especially because my pup got cancer, was diagnosed with cancer. Well, she first got sick and she had to have surgery, and then some other things weren't getting better. It was in 2018, and so 6 months after she first got sick, she was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. So I stay home with her. I have really bad anxiety, especially. I think that's the only place I have anxiety, because I have depression, but I only have anxiety with her. So if I couldn't leave her alone. So she hasn't been left alone since she first got sick. So I stay home with her, and I'm very lucky and blessed to be able to do so. And as you're probably aware by now, I only read middle grade. So that's a little bit about me. Now we'll get into the book newbie questions. The first question is, why did you start this channel? And I talked about this a little bit before, but I cut way back on my buying. I know it doesn't seem like that from the book hauls, but it used to be a lot worse. And I figured if I started a channel after so long on here and so many views, I think you start to get a little bit of AdSense or whatever it's called. So even if I made just $50 a month or $100 a month, that would help tremendously, and it would all go towards books. But also, it's another platform to share love of middle grade, because I know not everybody has Instagram. And just to meet more bookish friends, because I don't really have people in my real life that read a lot, especially middle grade. So I thought it'd be great for that. So it's just more places to connect about books, and we'll see how it goes. The second question is, what are some unique things you can bring to Booktube? Sounds like a self-loving, self-serving question, so I don't like those types of questions. But I think the main thing is, I'm sure there's probably some out there, but I haven't seen any that read only middle grade. There's a lot that read a lot of middle grade, and there's a lot that I love. But as far as reading only middle grade, I've seen some before, but then they do start to read other things, and that might happen to me. I don't see it happening anytime soon, but I don't like to ever say never. So I think that's unique. I only read middle grade. And I think another unique thing is I don't show my face, which some people may not like, but oh well. Again, don't like to say never. That might change, but right now I'm pretty sure that's pretty unique. Number 3 is, what are you most excited about with this channel? And again, just connecting with more people about books, and making friends, and sharing my love of middle grade, and giving people more options of what they could pick up, and introducing in middle grade into their lives if they don't already know about it. Question 4 is, what do you love to read? As far as age range, again, I only read middle grade. As far as genres, I love fantasy, of course, and I love mystery. Detective mystery at middle grade is some of my favorite. I love it. And I really also love historical fiction, and I also love adventure and sci-fi. And another favorite is steampunk. I had never heard of such a thing until I read the Cogheart series by Peter Bunzel, I think it is. And I fell in love. I love some steampunk middle grade. Question 5 is, what got you into reading? I remember always reading and my mom like helping teach me read with books, and my play, it was like a long, had sliding doors and had all my toys in it. It was lined with books, and then my dresser was lined with books. Where All the Wild Things Are, like all these different types of books. I can't remember. I was so young, so I can't remember a lot of them. But as I got older, I read every single one of the Babysitter's Club. I had all of them, and I was obsessed. There wasn't much. Kids today are very lucky with their middle grade. And I read Sweet Valley Twins. And then as I got a little older, Sweet Valley High, Sweet Valley University. I even had the board game. And there was other books that were like that. I think there might have been one called Girl Talk. I know I had a game called Girl Talk, but I don't know if it was a book series too. There was other ones that all looked like that I read, but Babysitter's Club was definitely my favorite, and then Sweet Valley Twins. And there was a TV show too, I think Sweet Valley High. It just, ew, so good. As I got older, when I was like 18, my boyfriend at the time, his mom gave me a bunch of books, and I found, this might sound weird now that I read middle grade, but Nora Roberts and Sandra Brown. I probably read all of their books until I stopped reading that. And it should have dawned on me then, but like the fantasy Nora Roberts, when she did like some fantasy with witches, I love those the best. I just never thought about fantasy only books. Like it never occurred to me there was such a thing. And then also with both Nora Roberts and Sandra Brown, like the mystery ones, like thriller, those were also my favorite. So that should have been included too. But I don't really read those anymore. And I did read Debbie Macomber. She has the books that Hallmark has made series off of. And Sweet Magnolias, I think. I read that whole series years ago before it became the Netflix show. And then Chesapeake Shores, I read that whole series before it became a show on Hallmark, and I loved them. But I don't read that stuff anymore. In 2018, the beginning of the year, my dad died. And then 9 months later is when my dog first got sick. So I can't read anything sad or stressful. So romance with all the drama and stress, no. And then even with fantasy and stuff, worrying about your favorite characters being killed, getting killed. And then for some reason they like to hurt or kill animals a lot in books. So I just can't read any of that. So I was in Walmart one night, and I don't know if they still have it, but there would be like discount section where it would be $5 books. And Land of Stories was there. And the cover, I'd never seen anything like it. It was so beautiful. The first book in the Land of Stories series by Chris Colfer. And so I picked it up and I started reading it, and I was in love. I devoured it, and I just kept buying the next book and the next book. And I flew through that series and I fell in love, so I started searching for more and more. And that's what got me into middle grade, was the Land of Stories series. And then I read The School for Good and Evil right after that, and that is my favorite series of all time, with Land of Stories being right neck and neck with it. So that's what got me into reading over the years. Question 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? I guess just any advice they would have. Advice is always welcome. I think that's pretty much it, because the booktubers I watch, anything I would ask them, a lot of them have already answered it in some way or another. And the last and final question is, what challenges do you think will be the hardest to overcome? And I think for sure the editing. Like I use iMovie on my iPhone. I still don't know how to do a lot though. I don't know how to, like if I wanted to put like a picture of a book right here, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to add a text right here. Like if I messed up saying something and I wanted to like put what I meant to say right here, or when I said I wanted to link a channel and I couldn't put her channel name right here, I don't know how to do that. And I don't know how to put music over top, like when people are doing like B-roll or whatever they call it, and they cut out the original sound from the video and then overlap music over. I don't know how to do that. When they fast forward or make it go faster. Like, you know, those cleaning videos when they speed through their little cleaning. I don't know how to do that. So there's still a lot I don't know how to do. And so, but I'm sure over time I'll learn. And maybe there's already, I don't even have that many subscribers, and I've already almost got as much negative stuff than I have in almost a year and a half on Bookstagram, which is crazy. And apparently some people don't want me on here because there's people with a lot more followers than me, and they hardly ever get thumbs down, and I have like 2 to 4 thumbs down on many of mine. So, but I think it's funny. That just lets me know I'm doing something right when people do that. I have thick skin as far as that goes. And that means they viewed my video, which from what I've learned is all that matters as far as making my channel grow. So thanks for the thumbs down. You're helping me. People are so weird. If my channel continues to grow, I'm sure the comments, more people will come out and be ignorant. But like I said, I've got thick skin. I don't know if it'd be hard to overcome, but I do have a temper, and some ignorance sometimes just really, it'll make me mad. But you can't hurt my feelings. Like, people that I don't know in life, like, there's no way you can hurt my feelings. So, I do have a mouth from the South. A little bit more about me. I do have a mouth from the South, as they would call it. I'm very blunt and honest. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not. So, we'll see how that goes too. I love more things about me, I guess, would be, obviously I love books. My husband makes fun of me. I love all types of music. Like, I'll make mixed CDs, and one will be rap, and then the next will be oldies, and then it'll be like classic country, and then it'll be 80s rock, and then it'll be grunge, and then it's just all over the place. But I love music. I love movies, especially 80s and 90s movies and old black and white movies. I love them. I love illustrators. I always credit them in my Instagram post, and names are hard enough to say, so instead of butchering illustrators' names, I always list them below in my videos because I think they deserve a lot of credit. I love decorating, like for the seasons or just home decorating and flowers, and mostly I like seeing new places and going places, but I really love being at home. I love my home. I love being with my husband and my pup and reading, watching movies, just spending time together, cooking out, all the fun stuff. I can't think of anything else to say. So if you have any questions, just ask below. And today's shirt, Beetlejuice, one of my favorite movies. I love it. I think that's all. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you would like to subscribe, I'd love that if you want to. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.